Hello. So tonight is a lo-fi video, and that just basically means that I'm filming. There's a fuzzy on my microphone. That's what I get for being an art student and making plush stuffed animal related shit 24/7. Okay, so I just, dyed my eyebrows the other night, feeling good, feeling excited, and this is the first lo-fi video that I've made using a ring light, so the lighting is actually decent. Okay. I feel called to get on this microphone tonight. I feel called to get on here and talk to you guys about something, and I have all these different awakening related thoughts that seem to burden me all the time, and these are a series of realizations. Honestly, at this point, what I do is I take in data and information from the world, from other people's actions, the choices that other people make, the structure of things, the way systems are run, what I think is not fair, what I think is not just and equal and balanced. And it's not even just about that. That makes it sound like it's politics or something, like the system, but no. I get upset if I have a certain teacher in my life, like a professor, a teacher, growing up, anybody. I've just always had this knowing within me that someone can either uplift my energy and make me feel on the same frequency as them, and then there's the rest of the world where there's just I just don't understand people. I don't understand why they do half the shit they do. I don't understand why they make the choices that they make, because I feel deep in my heart I'm a really pure person, pure-hearted, and I'm looking at things from a childlike, endless joy, endless dreams, and I feel I try to be optimistic and think that the rest of the world will change and the vibration of the world will get higher. There's going to be more awakened people out there. There's going to be more people who are facing themselves in the mirror and taking time to grow and heal themselves. But not everyone's going to be willing to do that. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. It really triggers my heart. It really triggers me because I used to go out. I used to drink alcohol, a lot of alcohol. I used to live an entirely different life than I do now. And I don't know why I made those choices back then. Half the shit that I would do, hook up with some guy, just a fraternity guy, out of nowhere. Why would I do that? I would never do that now. And I just feel I made a lot of poor decisions and didn't really care about myself or love myself. So I let a lot of things happen that I probably, didn't need to let happen in my life. And even previous relationships that I've been in, I'm why did I put up with that? Why did I subject myself to that energy? Why did I do half the shit I did? And I deserve better than that. But back then I didn't know my worth and my value, and now I do. So I've seen both sides of things. I've seen the unawakened version of myself and the version of me that's just not facing herself, not owning up aren't you going out? Like, just come on out with us. Come on, like, let's do this and that. And you're subjecting yourself and you're subjecting your energy to a toxic environment, which is going to bars, which is crusty fraternity parties in an attic, dancing around and smelling like alcohol, gross boys, like going through that and doing that. And even like hanging out with your boyfriend's friends and him, and you're all drinking a lot. Like, from the surface, you're probably like, how is that toxic? But like, you need to love yourself more than to just give your energy to everybody all the time. Like, I think there's something very noble about isolating yourself and choosing to not, you know, it's going to be a weaning process for some people. People that are always with others, they might only spend like one night a week of like alone time or something, but eventually maybe they're going to change and they're going to spend a lot more time on me time, and they're going to become a better person as a result. Like, if you ever hear stories of people who like, they have an entire life awakening and like trash to gold, you know what I mean? Like, these success stories, you put them on a pedestal, you look at that and you're like, oh yeah, they've got their life together, but I don't. Like, you're choosing to be asleep, you're choosing to be unawakened, you're choosing to let things pass you by, and you're choosing to think that you can't change. So like, those are the people that stay stuck in group mentalities because they can feed off of each other's energy. They can feel like they're belonging to something, but maybe that group is not uplifting them and helping them, and just like good life people to have that are motivating you to take the risk, take the jump, and do a completely different career, do something that maybe sets your soul on fire, or maybe like, you know, the people that are truly in support of you are called your like soul tribe, like tribe. They're your people, they're your community, they love you, they're always going to accept you, they're always going to support you, they're not going to judge you, they're not going to get upset with you if you don't go out with them, they're not going to hold grudges against you for you choosing to like do something for yourself. They're going to let you be free and let you soar, and there's not much that you have to give them for the friendship to be valid. Like, there were people in my life that if I didn't hang out with them all the time, then I just wasn't a part of their group, and I don't get invited to shit anymore because like, I said no so many times because I needed that for myself and my growth and where I'm going. Like, I feel like I've grown so much so quickly because I just eliminated all that energy that I was just telling you about, all that stuff. It's basically, just to sum it up, it is the, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Unawakened. I don't remember what word I was trying to say. Also, guys, I'm considering cutting like shorter layers. I've been looking at pictures of like hair from the 70s and like having like curtain bangs and just like kind of messy hair. Like, I don't know. Okay, that segment right there just reminded me of something. Like, looks. A lot of people are very focused on how your actions appear, how your decisions reflect on you. So like, these people within this group, they're gonna exclude you because your view for yourself doesn't match their view for themselves, and you're immediately just gonna like abandon yourself, isolate. Like, you need to know when to let certain people go, is my point. So if you're having any thoughts about like, you know, I'm not really happy spending time with these people, I'm not really like feeling it anymore, then that's probably your sign to let it go. And just think about it, like, are these people actually a good influence on me? Are these people actually like changing my life for the better? Like, they're all pursuing something in their own lives. They have their own hobbies, they have their own things and activities and stuff that make them special and feel good. Not drinking, not going out, not doing social shit. Like, what do they want out of their life? And maybe they have a set major obsessed with it. I'm not super like proud of it. It's just like digital media design and then integrated strategic communications. But like college people, I've noticed within the ISC college, the going out mob mentality people comprise of this major a lot. And it's toxic for me. It's not healthy for me to be around people who are just gonna go work in a marketing firm and like call it a day. Like, I have more purpose and I have more things that I want to create. Like, I want to create businesses and things that actually help people and help the world improve and like help the structure be a better experience for everybody. Like, that's what I want to do. But a lot of the people in college don't really have mentalities that are awakened like that, or that they have an awareness of like what they want to do to change the world. Like, but for me and my soul, I knew that that was important for me to start surrounding myself with just people that actually give a shit about themselves and actually like take care of themselves, self-care, like have your mentality focused and honed in on a goal. Like, I need goal-oriented people around me to feel inspired, and like it's a healthier energy to feed off of. Like, are you gonna leech on to toxic people and just like drink until you're like 28 and then like you're just a manager at a store or something and like that's the highest you're gonna go? If that's you, I'm sorry, like, to sound hateful about it, but that's just not my path. Like, I'm supposed to go above. I'm a light worker. I came here to help the world. Like, I feel this call to like serve my community, which sounds so like, oh my god, like, shut up, but like, it's true. And I just want people to have healthier experiences in like the education system, and like I could even open a school one day, you know what I mean? Just like more big thinking kind of stuff. Like, that's where I'm at. So that's why all of these like regular folk trigger me so much, and it's all over my phone, it's all over my Snapchat, it's everywhere. Everyone is feeding off of each other, everyone is leeching off of each other's energy, and no one is doing anything good for themselves, except, I'm not going to say nobody, because you can tell there's some people that maybe you knew from childhood and they went through some shit and, you know, whatever, they figured themselves out after college potentially, or at a later point, and you both kind of awakened around the same time. So that's kind of like also a way to tell that they're your soul family. Like, this girl in my art class, she's an architecture major, and I felt really connected to her, but I didn't really open up and talk to her about much. But she was going to yoga classes and like had a yoga studio and was really identifying with like her body and like her fitness journey through yoga. And at the time I was close-minded to that, so she wasn't part of my community, right? But now today, if I would have just like let down the barrier and got real with myself, like, I like yoga, I like stretching, I like gracefulness, I love that stuff. So she actually was a part of my soul family. Connect the dots. So the thing is, you need to lift that veil and lift that boundary, and surrounding yourself with toxic, leechy people from college, from your past, from high school, whenever. Like, you need to let them go, baby. Let them go. Because it is like cementing the veil, because they are living their lives with the veil cemented. That's why they're only gonna get so far. That's why they're gonna like plateau at a certain point in their lives, and they're just gonna do your typical 9 to 5. They're gonna have your typical white picket fence family, and they're just gonna, their husband's probably gonna cheat on them. Like, shit's gonna happen, and they're gonna wonder why. But it's like, those people didn't do anything actively to heal themselves, so they're just gonna be trapped in this weird bubble. But like, if you let the bubble burst and you let yourself out to fly your wings and like live free as you and show up as you, express yourself, don't let your energy be infiltrated by toxins. Like, how amazing can your life be if you get rid of the toxins? They're gone. Now what? Now what do you want? Like, if money wasn't a factor, if, you know what I mean, like, sit down with yourself and like assess and evaluate. And if you're like, I have no idea what matters to me, I don't have a hobby, I'm not interested in anything, like, I just feel lost. Okay, well, admitting that and actually being committed to trying to find the little seed, it's gonna turn into something big one day, and it's gonna grow into a tree, like, and it's gonna bear fruits. But you need to invest in yourself enough to plant the seed and to continue to water the seed. You're probably gonna need to cut out all the toxins from your life. No matter what setting it is, friends, work, school, like whatever, like you need to create a clear path for yourself. You need to maintain it. You need to be dedicated to it. Like a farmer, I don't think farmers really travel much, right? Like, aren't they supposed to tend to their farm and take care of the sheep and take care of whatever they need to do? Like, they're investing in something. They're building a structure. They're making food. And they're making a business off of it. They're making a lifestyle out of it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Do those people have time to go out and do all that crazy shit and waste time? No. So, no matter what the path looks like, you may feel like, you know what, my job is going to be regular and I'm okay with that. Like, I'll make my impact somewhere else or somehow else. Okay, that's fine. You don't need to be like CEO, boss, business owner to be able to like make a difference in the world. But you need to go within yourself and take that time, read books, study something other than what you're regularly being taught in life. Pull out a yoga mat, try moving with your body and seeing in like hand movements and arm motions and like flow, just like very graceful, Madison. Just like flow, get a yoga ball. I sit on yoga balls all the time. I have 2 of them. And just do random different things for yourself to switch up your life. That's how you start figuring out the answers. That's how things start, being puzzle pieced together, is you experimenting and trying and, picking up a paintbrush and painting. Like, do things for yourself that don't involve other people's opinions, that don't involve other people's criticisms or judgments. Like, don't let people place anything on you. Don't let them place negative, toxic seeds in your head. That's how they keep you. Like, I'm just imagining, like, come here, like, trap. They pull you away. They pull you out of the picture. They're pulling you so far off your path that you can't even see anymore. And you're seeing like them. It's a cult. It's literally a cult. Like, letting yourself live in that. Before you're awakened, you couldn't do anything about it. And that's what happened to me. I subjected myself to that because of the way I viewed myself, because of my childhood and my dad and all this and that. Like, your conditioning of life, it starts from birth. It starts, like, your environment, everything, that's going to shape you. So you don't necessarily have control over that, but you take back your power by choosing to love yourself, choosing to awaken, choosing to forgive yourself in your past. And it's a whole journey, but like, being dedicated to the journey itself is your commitment to you. And you could say that you were a victim of stuff. Yeah, I agree. Just emotional abuse, physical, like anything. Just stuff that you took on, and the way that you let other people treat you. You were a victim in that sense, but you don't need to identify with that forever. Like, let that shit go. It sucks that you invested your energy in kind of a bad way for a while, but like, you couldn't help it. It's like a baby. Like, you can't help a baby. Like, it doesn't know yet. But once it does, now it's time to make choices and think about it. And think about you and put you into the equation as the number one thing. What do I want? And like, that's the most empowered, amazing state to be in. Like, after not having any of that feeling. Like, I feel like I didn't have control over my life at all for like my whole life. But now I do. Like, I can confidently say, like, I know about where I want to go. I have visions. I believe in them. I'm having faith. I'm trusting that things are going to turn out for me. And even though I don't see every single physical manifestation of these seeds that I'm sitting here taking time to plant, I need to trust and know that they're going to grow one day and it's going to turn into something amazing. And all this time that I've been spending single sucks. It sucks. You're going to have to make sacrifices. Like, I isolating yourself and removing, maybe not isolating, for some people it might be like hermit mode. You need that for yourself, for some. But for others, it's all steps. Everyone's on a different path. You can't compare your path to other people's path. You can see bits and pieces of yourself in other people's journeys, but like at the end of the day, it's your journey, and you can hear people's success stories and all this stuff all day long. But like, what is your success story? What is your life gonna turn into? Like, let's think of it. Let's dream of it. Let's take the time to manifest these things and just get our sights focused and put out the aim. Where are we gonna look?